guys, how's it going? Kevin Cleary here with a quick first impressions for you on a new-ish Civivi. Comes with the pouch and box and all the typical Civivi stuff. I'm not going to belabor that too much, but this is a knife that was pretty interesting to me. This is the Tacticorix, and I'm pretty sure the Tacticorix went extinct in like the late Cretaceous period, but this is Civivi's most recent effort at coming up with a tactical folder. You can tell that it's a tactical folder by the fact that it has tactic in the name. All right. Now that aside, and we'll probably talk more about that in the full review, but as a large EDC folding knife, I think this is actually pretty compelling. And I'm going to tell you the couple things that drew me to this knife. First of all, the blade grind on this is wonderful. This very deep hollow grind here. The satin, it looks fantastic. Clip point with a swedge. Okay, so I saw this blade and I was like, yeah, that is really, really nice. I will say it could be thicker blade stock, but that's fine. It's sort of the trend that's going on right now. Moving down, the other big thing that attracted me was this gray shred G10. When you say shred, it's hard not to say carbon fiber after, but no, this is G10, and it has a really interesting look. I just want to give you guys a nice close-up there. I think this is really attractive material, and I'll be interested to see what else, you know, Civivi and other companies do with this. I'm going to assume that, you know, like shred carbon fiber, instead of like a weave, they've taken the material, ground it up, and put it into the resin instead of using sort of a cloth matrix the way you normally would do with G10. All right. So that's pretty interesting in itself, and I do think it creates a really, really neat look. And overall, I've got to say, I think this is a very handsome knife. The price point is also very attractive, and of course, the size. You guys know me, I'm a sucker for large knives, and this definitely is one. So 8 and 15/16 overall. So that's almost 9 inches. If I throw the ruler in here, that'll give you an idea. Like, you can see how close that comes. Just for size comparison, I'll throw a Rat Model 1 in here and a Manix 2 Lockback. I think both of these will be knives people are familiar with. So that'll give you a sense for the size. This looks bigger than it is. These are almost the same size, but the Tacticorix is still a little larger. Give you a couple other specs on this before we finish. The blade is Nitro V steel, so very, very good steel. That's another thing that really drew me to the knife. 3 3/4 of blade here with about the same amount of cutting edge. 3 7/8 on the grip area. So even if you have very large hands, this is going to be quite comfortable and usable for you. And probably that is, you know, this is a good option for people who have larger hands and tend to want a larger knife, but you don't necessarily, you know, want a Recon 1 or something a little more heavy duty. This is a really nice option for those people, or those people who do a lot of kitchen stuff with their folder. This thin grind and hollow grind is going to slice like a dream. 5/8 closed. All right. And just under 1/2 inch thick. And the weight on this guy is going to be 4.5 ounces. So pretty comfortable in terms of a knife you're going to carry around in your pocket. It's slim, it's fairly lightweight. And so for those reasons, I think this is a really, really good option for lots and lots of folks out there. Certainly this was attractive to me. And now that I have this in hand, it's fairly comfortable. Obviously, comment more on, you know, ergonomics and cutting performance and stuff like that in the full review. But by way of a quick overview, yeah, I'm not disappointed by this handle at all. Before we completely wrap it up here, let's take a quick look at the deep carry clip with flush screws, which is reversible. All right. And finally, you can see there's a little bit of a pattern milled into this G10, and the pattern is okay. I feel like I could kind of take it or leave it, but adding a little something extra is kind of welcome. And it certainly provides some traction. Maybe when Civivi first did this, they found this was a little too slippery, although it feels pretty good. So maybe the traction plan was necessitated in testing. I'm not really sure about that, or it could have just been put there for looks. Either way, it's appreciated. So there you go, guys. That's a quick look at the Civivi Tacticorix. We will talk to you soon.